symbols of Berlin, and also one of the symbols of the German reunification when the East and the West got back together. Because the Berlin Wall the Brandenburg Gate used to stand exactly where the Berlin Wall used to be. And nobody could touch the Berlin Gate anymore because it was right where the wall was. So when the wall came down, the thing that you could again go and touch and cross at the Brandenburg Gate, go under the Brandenburg Gate, it means that the wall was not standing anymore, that freedom was there again. And eventually when Germany got reunified, the Berlin Wall was one of the symbols of the reunification between the East and the West.
Nice.
Then also quite close to the hotel, there is a memorial that is the Holocaust Memorial for the Jews that got murdered during the Second World War. It's a ground with lots of blocks. It's not like stones. It's made of concrete. It's concrete slabs, and it's not very clear what it represents. Some people said it reminds of a cemetery. Some people says it reminds of a dead city, deserted city. Some people says it's like people that lost their identity, whatever. We don't really know what it means because the architect that realized it decided not to tell us what he wanted to show us. Because then everybody can look at it and say, okay, this is a memorial for 6 million of people, 6 million of Jews that got killed during the war by the Nazis. So everybody can give their own interpretation. That's the Holocaust Memorial. That's also quite close to the hotel. And then basically from there, if you walk, I mean, you're going to have a tour tomorrow, but also maybe in the afternoon when you have free time, you can walk around and you can see like some parts of the rest of the Berlin Wall are still standing over there. There is the Checkpoint Charlie is not near, but then also depends on how much you want to walk. If you want to walk, also some of the things you're going to see in the tour in the morning. So that's another thing you have nearby. It's called the Kulturforum. It means like the square of the culture or the area of the culture, because where your hotel is used to be Berlin West, and as I told earlier, the core center, the old center of Berlin became Berlin East. And what they had in Berlin East, in East Berlin, was also the Museum Island that stayed in the East. The Museum Island is the place where the main museums of Berlin were. The 5 oldest museums of Berlin were on the Museum Island. But that was in the East. So in the West, they didn't have any museums. So they decided to build some new in the 60s. And they built this area that's called the Kulturforum. You will recognize it because it has all these yellow buildings with also very interesting architecture. That's very close to your hotel. It's basically behind your hotel.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you know, are we covering these locations tomorrow?
Say it again?
Do you know we are covering all these locations tomorrow?
You're going to see quite a few of them. Yes. And on your right side, you see another 2 interesting things beside the S-Bahn, that is our local train. There is one big ground. This used to be an airport. This used to be another of the airports of Berlin. Berlin used to have 4 airports. This one that you see here, where all the people are now standing in the grass, it's now became like a big public park. You see people are riding bicycles in the former runways. And you still see some of the things of the airport that are standing. This is the Tempelhof Airport. It used to be the airport of the American sector. Berlin used to be divided in 4 sectors after the end of the war. It is actually it existed before the Americans got here after the war, because the architecture, it is actually from the Nazi time, so it's from the 30s, and that's it's nice. It's like it's this big place where people can spend free time, like to barbecue and stuff like that, or run on the runways, or ride the bicycles, bring the kids. It's very nice. And another thing that you might have seen Peking, but now I don't think we see it anymore, but we're going to see it more later and tomorrow, and you're going to see it many times. It was a TV tower.
TV tower, yes.
Yeah, it was this big tower. It's 365 or 68, depends on, like, after they restored it, it became 68. They made it a bit higher, meters high tower that was built in 1969 by East Germany. It used to be one of the symbols of East Germany in the middle of East Berlin. It was to show how technological East Germany was, because they could build in 1969 such a structure that was freestanding, didn't need anything to lean on, and it was very high for the time, so very tall. So it was a way to show how good they were in building. And they put an elevator inside that you're going to take tomorrow to go in the sphere that there is on the top, not on the top, that there is, like, at some point in the tower. And in there they put a restaurant, a cafeteria that would rotate. So nowadays we have it sometimes, these towers with the rotating platform. But in 1969 it was actually something very, very interesting. And indeed very technological. It costed a lot of money, but it was something that was worth it to invest in for East Germany. They built it for the 20th birthday of East Germany. East Germany was founded in 1949,
1949.
and in 1969 they built the TV tower. It's called TV tower because there used to be like a big TV antenna. Did I answer the question?
Yes,
Yeah, if you see the
very
things
much.
tomorrow,
Thank you
yeah,
so
you're
much.
going to see. It's going to be mostly like from the bus, but the Brandenburg Gate, it's in the program for today, later with the guides. And
Holocaust? Are we
the
covering
Holocaust-
tomorrow?
yeah, the Holocaust Memorial, I hope you will definitely go by tomorrow. Probably you would go there today as well, but I do not know what the guides are planning, because I'm not going to be with you, but it would make sense that you see it today, because the restaurant is also quite close to that, so it would be difficult to miss, to be honest.
Tell me about this weather, morning and nights.
The weather.
Yes.
The weather. They say that there are about 12 seasons in Berlin. There is like the real winter, the fake winter, the spring of deception, the high summer, the fake summer. Now I'm not sure. It used to be like last week, 10 days ago, it was very hot. I mean, come on, you come from Pakistan, but you know, like it was very hot for Berlin. It was like 37, 38 degrees Celsius.
To us, very hot is around 40.
Yeah,
40.
yeah. I'm sorry. I take it
Feel
back.
like 49.
I take it back. But you know, we are in Germany. I'm Italian, you know, so it's like it's still. I've been living here for 15 years, and I'm not used to that anymore. I mean, yeah, it was quite warm, let's say. But now it got kind of cold again. Like now, I find it quite enjoyable when it's around 20 degrees. For me, it's perfect. But yeah, it's going to rain. Like you're lucky that it's not raining now, even though probably you might also have a different different conception that I have from rain. So it's good when it rains, but when it rains too much, it's also not that good. But in Berlin, doesn't rain much. That's good. It drizzled mostly. It rained quite a lot today, actually, for Berlin standards, and yesterday as well. But now it's quite chill. It's going to be like this probably tomorrow as well. You might get some rain. But it's very difficult to say in Berlin. Like I was putting away my kids' clothes from the laundry, and I was like, okay, I have all these shorts now, all the short sleeves t-shirts. What should I do? Should I put them away? It's gone. It's finished. It's the end. And then my husband was saying, no, next week. No, actually the following week it's going to be warm again, like 30, 32 degrees. But that's a difficult question that you asked me, my friend. Very difficult. But you're going to have weather like this pretty much for today and tomorrow and Tuesday that you're here.
Thank you for your guidance and awareness regarding weather.
But if you Google it, like the 11 or the 12 season in Berlin, it's I don't quite remember them, but it was quite funny Reddit post, and very true.
Any more questions from any side?
Any more what? Also,
I think no. Just
you see that it's not lots of traffic in Berlin. It's also Sunday, so it's even less traffic. But Berlin is a city that, it can happen sometimes. There is a little bit of traffic jam, but that's also one of the things that makes it very, very livable city. That it's not that many cars, it's not that much of traffic, and that I personally find really, really nice. That you can do lots of things with the public transport. You can go with the bus, you can go with the underground, it's called the U-Bahn. You can go with the S-Bahn, which is the train that we saw earlier. That one was going to the airport. It is very, very well organized actually. It's a quite big city for European standards. It's about 900 square kilometers. But then everything it's quite scattered. It used to be like it has this history of having two different city centers. Now there is like a third, like used to be the center of the east, center of the west, that developed separately, and now there is the area where you're going to be in the Potsdamer Platz area, which also has some places where people go. So it's not that everybody concentrates on going in the morning, also in the weekdays, going from outside to one spot, and then in the evening going from one spot to the outside, which creates like movement in the same directions. But it is actually quite widespread. And you have like people going to the office or to work in all the different areas of the city. It used to be different towns together until 1920, and then it became the big Berlin. But that means that every area, every Bezirk, we say here, like every neighborhood, has a little bit of life of itself. It's like their center, and it rotates around. Like each area has their own life. So that makes it a bit scattered, but also like nice because it's not too much traffic. We're almost there. On the right side, that yellow building, it's one of the constructions of the Kulturforum that I was telling you later, and that's basically like really like behind your hotel. We are there. We're like 50 meters away.
Tek kişi için rotamı.